Hello, American Dream Live member. Happy Thursday. And I just realized that I scheduled sooner than I usually schedule. And hopefully, it will still show in the places that it gets to be shown. And then we will discuss about the topic. And before I go, how to the communities, how to grow your beliefs and become a united human being. And the importance of it is we get to keep shifting our beliefs and transform them to be more empowered and create the unity within, so we can really truly live that American dream. And it's prevalent for quite a few, especially immigrants, because that's how that community was developed for immigrants and was keep in transformations to be more open and inclusive as well, to transform those beliefs, because there are big beliefs like with the immigrants that want to be in America or that decided to come here, but they not always were transforming those beliefs. They were bringing the old beliefs and comparing them, and had some kind of issues like why it's not the way I used to. And that was like a trap to really live that American dream, because they were still in a new place but with the old beliefs, and it was hard to create that unity, create that more empowering experience, and really truly live that American dream. So that kind of the in a nutshell a bit I've been chatting here. And let's go for the topic for the weekly topic practice. And it showed up just this morning. I wasn't sure. Again, this month is very interesting month, and it's actually the last Thursday, and somehow every week was almost until the last minute if I get to still contribute and show up here, or that will be the end of it. So and today I was like, okay, and I opened some actually scriptures, and I saw word practice, and somehow there was some deeper meaning with it, and I get to then there was next what I get to share around it. So what I mean by practice, the practice is used in different ways. It has some similarities how it's used. What I want to focus on today with the community, and with keep exploring those words of being before doing, to create that more unity within, is to practice as a repetition of something to get better, to make things easier for yourself. And if you look closer at the word practice, in the middle kind of it, like 2 letters down, and there's 3 letters after, there is a word act. Act is the words of the action, right? To do something. So practice is that repetition, doing something to get better at it, to make it easier. And I know about myself, and possibly you have some similar experiences, that there are some practice that somehow got developed, and either I want it or not, and some I really want them to develop, and some still working on them, and sometimes been puzzled, like, okay, why that became so easy, and it's like a second nature, and some other things still is a challenge, and it's hard to actually move that forward, because it's in that learning curve, and there's not enough practice and action taken on that to somehow make it easier, and that second nature. And with looking closer at what the difference it was making, to actually go with that, and not just doing, because yeah, you can force yourself, but if you're forcing yourself to doing something you're not enjoying doing, it's you can also create the habit out of it, but you will also be looking for ways how to not to do it. So something that you really enjoy doing and creating that practice to make it easier, it requires that state of being, not hoping that if you develop, then you will be okay with it. But before you even start developing, it's what it starts with actually commitment. You either committed to it or not, because it's a huge difference in really creating a successful repetition on something, that some goal or some skill that you really want to bring to life, to get better at something, is to really have a commitment for it. If there is no commitment and you're not being committed to it, it's really a challenge, because it's kind of wishy-washy, and you giving yourself permission, you're not giving yourself permission to really be practicing and doing that practice. So when you're really truly committing to that, it's that's first step to be more embodied of that being practice, and have that strong feeling that, yeah, I'm committed, I'm ready, pretty much. And then there is a choice. You think like, well, we get to make a decision. Yes, we do make the decision, but if we're not committed, that decision might not be also the right decision that we're making. So if we really committing to that first, before even deciding on making a decision, making that choice, it also can be more empowering and can help to get to be that practice and start doing that practice. And it's also continuous, that choice. When you being that practice, and when you practicing the practice on the more you practice, you get better even on a daily basis. It's a keep coming back to that commitment and to the choice, because it's so easy to talk yourself out of both. You decide that you want to make a different choice, and you somehow abandoning that practice. And finally, when you really start practicing more of that commitment, of more of that choice, you start developing more confidence. And also, when somehow you still kind of wobbly around it of the commitment and the choice, that confidence somehow goes down. But when you really start seeing more that that you're building that, and being more committed to it, being more in that choice, and building more and becoming more confident with that, it also creates more of that empowering experience, and solidifies more that making more solid that practice, that the act of doing that practice becomes more enjoyable. And when you starting with that B. So I trust that it's helpful and it makes sense and resonates somehow to help you to develop those beautiful practices to make your life easier, to save some time, because that's many times when you practice more, it takes less time to do something, and it feels like it's you bringing back some of your time back. And so that's one of the benefits, and there are many more of those benefits, not just saving time, but really building, like I had mentioned, the confidence is kind of a result of it, of that commitment and the choices that you're making as well. So feel free to share what resonates with the message, or what needs to get some clarification on it, and some logistical stuff about how it's going around. Streaming that on Thursdays morning between 8 and 8:30, and in the morning Mountain Standard Time. And it's on Thursdays. It's streamed at the YouTube channel, as well as in American Dream Facebook group. Facebook group is private community. You are welcome to join us there. And there is a link on the YouTube channel if you're watching that from the YouTube channel. The public YouTube channel is a public channel. You can share that message. It's easier than from the private Facebook group community. You can also subscribe to be notified when the next broadcast and what it will be covered on that broadcast. And there is usually pre-scheduled, and lately there is a little bit less notice because of how those words kind of showing up almost at the last minute. But usually I'm still trying to give a little bit, at least a little bit of notice to get you ready and to have idea what will be shared, and that you can join live or check the replay of it. And yeah, so there's more content in the Facebook group community on a weekly basis. On Thursday is the YouTube channel is only on Thursdays that I show up here live. And yeah, you can comment on both, and I believe that's about it. So without further ado, sending you so much love, joy, and peace, and see you around. Take care.